Welcome back to another Menu Monday. Today I have 3 one-pot skillet dinners for you. Now that it's getting warmer, this is a great idea so as not to heat up your kitchen. Hope you enjoy. So for the chicken one-pot dinner, the first thing it said was use a pan with high sides. So I went ahead and put the extension on. We're going to add the olive oil and let it heat up. And then we're going to put our chicken thighs in after we season them with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And we'll put them in here seasoned side down. We'll cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes. We'll season the other side and then we will flip them. Cook them 4 to 5 minutes on the other side. Now we're not cooking the chicken through, we just want to make sure that it has some color. Now they have some color, we're going to get them out of the pan. I'm going to remove most of the oil that came from the skin, and then we're going to add the onions. We'll saute them for a minute, and then we'll add the garlic and stir. Now we're going to add a splash of white wine. I just use a cooking wine, and we're going to let that cook off fully, and then we'll add the rice and stir that into the onions. The directions said to add the cream after we put the chicken and the rice back in, but I chose to put it in at this point. Now I'm adding the rice, and we're going to put the chicken back in, and then we will add our, it says veggie broth, I used chicken broth. We'll turn this to low, put the lid on. Well, first of all, we bring it to a boil. I apologize. After that, we turn it to low and cover it and let it cook for 25 minutes. This had the best flavor. I even gave some to China on this night because she had to take her a little heartworm flea pill, and she enjoyed it too. So it was enjoyed by everyone in the house. And now for our sausage and rice one-pot skillet. We're going to put the oil into the large skillet and let that heat up to medium high. And while that's heating up, we're going to go ahead and remove the casing from the sausage and get that broken up into small pieces. going to get the sausage broken up with this masher, and then we're going to dice up our onion and get that in the pan along with it. I love these skillet meals in the summer because it doesn't heat up the camper, and the weather here has been, I don't know, one week it's really hot, and then the next week it's lovely and comfortable, but of course raining. Tell me how the weather is where you are and where you are located. I would love to hear. We're going to get the onion mixed in, and then we're going to cook this for about 3 minutes, and then we'll add in some garlic. We're just going to give the garlic a stir, let it set for about 30 seconds or so, and then we're going to stir in the rice. And I am adding some salt and pepper to taste. Okay, our rice is in. We're going to add some wine. Again, I'm using the cooking wine. And then we'll let that sit for about a minute until it is absorbed, all the liquid's absorbed. And then we're going to add the broth, and we'll bring everything to a boil. Now we're going to reduce heat to low and let it set for about 15 minutes until the rice is tender. And then after that, we will stir in our broccoli. We cover it for another 10 minutes until the broccoli is tender and all the rice has absorbed the broth, and then it is ready to eat, unless you want to season with more salt and pepper. Just test it and do it to your liking. This was really good, and we're going to have this one again. I love a quick, easy dinner. Okay, so for our one-pot shrimp dinner, the first thing I did was get all the ingredients on the counter, because once you get going on this, it goes very quickly, so I like to have everything right there. So I'm just showing you everything I had laid out. The shrimp is thawing in the sink, and everything else is right here. I make my own chicken broth, that's why it's in a measuring cup. And I've got my skillet right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is heat up the oil. This is my second time making this. The first time I made this, I used all fresh ingredients. I diced my onion, I diced fresh carrots, I diced celery, and we had my son over for dinner, and it was really good. On this night, Big Daddy was at a meeting, so I just used frozen vegetables out of the freezer because that's what I had on hand. But I will say, it is much better if you use all the fresh ingredients. I don't know, it makes a huge difference on the taste in this recipe. So I do suggest you follow that. It's in the original ingredient list of this recipe that I was loosely following, and that is linked down in the comment box below. So we have put in the oil, heated it up. We've added onions and carrots. I skipped celery on this one. We've added garlic. We've sauteed everything, and then we're added the rice, salt, pepper, some Old Bay, and we're stirring everything in here. And then we're going to add the chicken broth. We cover this and bring it to a boil. And then we let this simmer for 20 minutes. And while that's simmering, you want to peel your shrimp and rinse it, devein it, whatever you need to do. Mine was already rinsed and deveined, so mine just sat there and thawed. So now that the 20 minutes is up, we're going to go ahead and drain our shrimp, and we're going to add it to the rice. It says be sure to poke the shrimp into the rice. So I'm just mixing everything together. We're going to put the lid back on and cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's it. I topped it with shredded Parmesan and some parsley as directed by the recipe. I hope you guys give these all a try. They were all great. They kept the camper cool, which was absolutely fantastic. I want to wish everybody a fantastic week, and I'll see you guys next Monday for another Menu Monday. I love you guys. If you made it to the end of my video, please leave me either a chicken, sausage, or shrimp emoji, and I'll see you next week for another Menu Monday. Thank you again for everyone watching. Have a great week.